What's the best way to deal with feedback you don't agree with? My manager gives me feedback on my personality that I don't agree with. I'm only in the company 5 months, and he doesn't know enough about me to make the comments he's making. I find myself wanting to contest with what he's saying, but I believe this will ultimately end poorly for me. It's frustrating for me to listen to feedback from him about my personality when my friends and family would disagree with him.
Okay, again, this is one of those questions that I think people that listen to the podcast know what the answer is. What you do when someone's giving you feedback is you listen to it and you try and make adjustments. Get in their head and figure out where this is coming from. They're obviously saying this for some reason. And maybe the reason is because they have a big ego or they don't understand people very well, and that's fine. And if you know that, then you just learn something about them. But also, you might not know yourself as well as you think you do. And obviously, if you contest what someone's saying, you're going to look like you can't take critique. So you're right. That's not a good approach to take. Furthermore, what you're saying is that your friends and family wouldn't agree with this guy. Well, guess what? They're your friends and family, right? It's like the dude's mom that, the dude's mom always thinks the dude's handsome, right? Yeah. The dude's not handsome. But his mom thinks he's handsome, and your friends and family think, oh, I can't believe they'd say that about you. Well, that's your friends and family. There's a reason why you have friends, because they like you. Yeah. They whatever part of your personality is not cool, they're over it, or they can deal with it. Yeah. Well, this boss, the manager, can't deal with it. He doesn't know how to deal with it yet. So, like I said, when someone gives you critique, you should actually listen. This is what people have such a hard time with. Yeah. And you should actually listen and say, okay, well, maybe I'm too aggressive. Maybe I'm, too close-minded. Whatever critique point you're getting, listen to them. Maybe someone's like, hey, I don't think you take critique very well. And you're like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Of course I take critique well. You don't know. That's my point. Yeah. So, and the other thing, like I said, is in doing this, the manager is actually telling you something about their personality and their views and their judgment. So learn from that. Learn what they're teaching you about their personality, which is going to help you better influence and manipulate and work with that person in the future, and perhaps help make them into a better leader and a better supporter of what it is that you're trying to do. So calm down, relax. One of the best things you can do when someone says to you, hey, I think you're screwing this up, it's like, oh, hold on, let me grab a notebook. I just want to take notes and make sure I understand where you're coming from, so I can make some adjustments. I'm always looking to get better. Yeah. That might be a little extreme, but
Yeah, no.
Hold on a second. Let me get my notebook. Yeah. So I can take notes because I want to get better. Okay, well, I overdid that just a little bit.
If you say it in that tone, it's but no, some people they'll take notes. You know how people they like taking notes? I kind of feel good.
When I was running the West Coast SEAL training, the good officers, like there would be some officers when I'd be putting out word to them, they'd be taking notes.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was, when I first saw it, it was kind of like, surprised me. Yeah. Okay, this guy's just straight up taking notes on what I'm telling you. He's a one-on-one conversation. He's sitting there like taking notes.
Yeah. Gotta remember that get stuff. Some. But if you said it with your tone, be like, hold on, Jocko's gonna say something. Let me get out my notebook.
Oh no, that's sarcastic.
Yeah.
But there's also not just being sarcastic. I was leaning towards more like the brown noser.
Oh, that guy. Like, okay.
Oh, Echo, you're going to give me some feedback? Hold on one second. I want to get my notes out so I can make sure I do exactly what you're telling me to do. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. See, again, with the tone.
Yeah.
I think,
tone
there's
goes
that
a long way.
Middle ground, I think.
Yeah, who is it? Sarah Armstrong, I think, pointed out on Twitter something about tone and body language in some psychological survey makes up more than half of what is actually being said.
Yeah, and I heard that too. And I was like, that sounds cool, but I mean, maybe not. Because if someone says something, it's pretty clear. But then it's kind of stuck with me, and it's true. Yeah. Like I could literally say the same, 10 words to you in all these different tones, and they would mean 10 different things.
Oh, for sure.
Like you can, it's actually baffling and surprising how much we can actually communicate. Like if I make a joke to you, like something, you don't know my level of sarcasm. You don't know necessarily. You have to know the person, you know? Like, so there's all these things that have to be in place for you to effectively be communicated to.
Yeah.
So, like, let's say you overhear a conversation in the next room. Like, you could easily miss the whole point of the conversation, even though you heard every word. Because you don't know if they're joking, you don't know if they're serious, you don't know if one guy's mad, you don't know if one guy's getting scolded.
Yeah, for sure.
And they can take the same exact, or they can say the same exact words, but they're just saying different things coming from different places.
That's where
It's
that's where you end up a lot of communication problems with email.
Yeah.
Where someone emails a joke.
Yeah.
They're joking about something and then someone takes it seriously and next thing you know, people are flying off the handle.
Yeah.
I always had that rule in my SEAL platoons and task unit. You weren't allowed to joke on the radio. And the main reason for that rule is because you don't want other people outside your organization to hear it and take it the wrong way. Same thing. But it's the same thing with email. Unless you know someone really, really well, really well, it's better to keep the sarcastic comments and just be straightforward and speak plainly when you're in email, when you're communicating with people. It's a lot easier.
And then even with that, see, bro, there's no escape from this. Even with that, you could easily come off as like too rigid, or dang, does this guy not like me?
Yeah.
You know,
you're exactly
it's your
right.
second email, and he's like,
that's why communication is important. That's why learning how to write well is important. That's why little words that you put in matter into phrases, into sentences. They matter. They make a difference.
Thus, the invention of emojis. Yep. I've
See,
been using some emojis.
Yeah, no, you're very into emojis. And
I am now, yeah.
I sometimes I must say that I think you communicate very well with emojis.
Thanks.
Because even though you don't sometimes use any words in a text to me, I fully understand what you mean by lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, rainbow, rainbow, lightning bolt, thumbs up,
Shaka fire.
Shaka fire.
Yep. Very clear, right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Shaka fire. I forgot about fire. You do quite a bit of fire.
Yeah, the lightning bolt and fire I use, and then the shaka for sure. And the rainbow. With you, I use a rainbow a lot, for sure. Because I got to lighten up the mood. But it helps, man. It helps. It's weird. Seems like a child thing.
I don't like emoticons. I don't like emojis.
Yeah, but you're kind of like that in real life, too.
No, I know, but it seems like, to me, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's like a kid. Maybe your little daughter would do it or something.
Yeah.
It's what.
My daughter will send me 875 emojis from my wife's phone.
Yeah. All of them. See if she can fit them all in. Yeah, man.
And I send back, okay.
Yeah. See, but you're like that in real life, too, though. That's the thing. Like if you know that you're running the risk of sounding too like stoic or whatever, you know, like if you have to answer a question with yes, when in whatever the question is, it's a yes or no question, and you answer yes affirmatively, right? You'll put yes, period, and that'll come off as like, oh, Jocko's like, I don't know, what up with this guy? Is he just too serious or something, you know? Instead of yes, exclamation point, yes, 2 exclamation points. Lightning bolt, fire, rainbow, or something like that. That gives away a little bit more, yours just like yes, as if you're just looking someone in their eye, and going yes.
That's what I mean.
It. I know that's what I'm saying. You're really like that in real life, most of the time.
Right on.
Anyway,
lightning bolt, fire.
Yeah, man, those emojis. Throw them in there. Don't overdo it.
Double shaka.
Yeah.
What's the highest level of emoji approval you can send me?
3 lightning bolts, 3 fires, 3 shakas, 3 rainbows. For sure. 3 of everything. If you go 4, it's like that's too much. Like you shouldn't do 4. 4 is dumb already, you know. Plus depends on what I say though. So like if it's a word, the vowel in the word they'll be like. That can be infinite.
What do you mean?
Like if I put, I don't know, you know how like you'll tell me something exciting and I'll put, I don't know, I'll put dang instead of D-A-N-G, I'll put D lowercase a, depending on the level of excitement, a. That can go infinitely, by the way. That can span 20 text messages even. Over 20 days even. That's how infinite it can be. Then the first half of the A's are lowercase. The second half of the A's are uppercase. The N, maybe 10 N's, 3 G's, all capital. Then So it depends. It just depends.
funny.
It just depends. But yes.
Well, like I said, I think you communicate well with the
But yeah,
emotions.
that's what I'm saying. On a serious note, in regards to communication, that is effective. You know what I mean? You can sense my level of excitement as opposed to cool. Period.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're better with hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, man. It's life. Anyway, next question. If we're ready.
Yeah,
If we're ready. All right.
Sorry.
No, all good.
It puts
Dearest.
me in a good mood, I guess. The rainbow emojis.
It does, man. Sheds light on things. It's all
yeah.
good. Dearest Jocko, speaking of lighthearted, nice emotions, dearest Jocko.
You just skipped number 4.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay.